My Christian queens, I must tell you, you have been abusing God's word in a way that is, I don't know, just abusive. Here's what I mean. God says in his word, when you fast, you ought to go to your husband and ask permission, or go to your wife and ask permission to fast. He says why you should do that is because if you don't, it plants the seed for the enemy to come and tempt your spouse, right? Okay. Bear with me here. So if God is going to ask you to ask permission to your spouse because you're not sexually involved when you're actually fasting, so that the enemy can't come and plant no seeds of temptation into his heart or her heart, then why in God's name that you are, just because you're going to church, you're too holy to have sex with your husband? I'm just saying, there's no way that God said that you should not be sexually involved with your spouse. He says the marital bed is undefiled if you're going to church. Where do you get that? Why do you just get so holy and now that you cannot meet the needs of your spouse? Your husband. Mostly your husband I'm talking to. Your husband, you're not meeting his need. You blame it on, now you're in church. This give us a bad name because I'm a God-fearing woman. I'm a God-fearing woman. But let me tell you something. When it comes to my bedroom, oh no. Girl, don't play. That's my husband. That's my man. There's nothing in God's book that told me I should not do that. So stop using God as an excuse not to have sexual relations with your spouse. Understand, every time you do that, you silently reject your husband. And that silent rejection starts to wear and tear on how he feels about him in front of you. And soon as the enemy get a whiff of that, he sends a nice cutie to start telling him what you won't tell him and start doing what you won't do. Am I saying you're the reason? No, I'm not, because at the end of the day, he has to make a choice. But stop allowing seeds to be planted that could really hurt your relationship. Have sex with your husband. Screw your husband. Yes, you heard me. Make love to your husband, but be with your husband, because every time you do that, you guys are bonded again. It's like reconnecting all over again. There's nothing unholy about that. Stop blaming that on God. This is especially for the women who have used that as a crutch not to lay in bed every night, every 2 nights, every 3 nights. I don't know what's your routine, but to be sexual with their husbands. Guys, I'm just speaking up for you this time. Just this time. Queens, get it together. You're a beautiful feminine woman and your husband desires you, and therefore you should desire him as well. Just saying. Thanks for watching. I am Michelle Cumberbatch, your relationship coach. Now for more content just like this, make sure to click and subscribe. Follow me on all my socials. And guys, that bell, click it and you will be notified whenever I drop something new. And that's twice a week. Like and comment. Thank you for watching.